Hello and welcome back to the Racing Gambit for our third and final Kentucky Derby special show. So this is a show that everyone's been waiting for. It's the three contenders and the three pretenders from myself and Ace for the race this weekend. Ace, we will start off with your first pretender.
Pretender, the 2, Happy Jack. 30 to 1 morning line, should have been 50 to 1 morning line. Absolute bum. Do not bet number 2, Happy Jack.
Yeah, so my first pretender is, unsurprisingly, Tis the Bomb. I cannot see it. He's a turf horse. He got in here off the back of a win on the all-weather. I mean, 25 to 1 isn't big enough for me. I just cannot see it.
Don't blame me one bit. My next pretender is Tawny Port, who finished behind Tis the Bomb on synthetic. Bum. Do not bet the number 18, Tawny Port. Go ahead.
So my next one is Classic Causeway. So Classic Causeway was among the favourites earlier in the year, but his form has just completely dropped off, especially off the back of his last start where I think he's finished back in 11th, didn't he? Mm-hmm. I mean, and then add to that, he's got the dreaded Store 17 where we've never had a winner from the Derby come out of, and I think he's just kind of regressed at the wrong time. It could come good again, but it's not going to be this Saturday.
My third and final pretender, Summer is Tomorrow. They took second in the UAE Derby in Maidan, Dubai. No chance.
Okay, I'm going to make a bit of waves here because my third is Taiba. I will not be going anywhere near Taiba. All the trends just go against him. Obviously, no horse has ever won this on their third career start. Obviously, the Santini was good. I mean, really high speed figure, beat Messier, but it was a small field. His maiden was in a small field. He has no experience in big fields, which is what you need to win a Derby. It would be a minor miracle if he won it this weekend, and if he does, then we could be looking at a Triple Crown winner. But I would be I would be writing him off straight away.
All right, let's go into our contenders. My number one contender, my number one pick is Taiba. He has no chance to. He's 12 to 1 morning line, out of Gun Runner. This horse is a freak of nature. He is a freak of nature. Mike Smith has won this Kentucky Derby twice. The Baffert juice is still there somehow, even though the trainer is Tim Yakteen. I love this horse. He's fast. I don't care if it's his third start. He breaks. I think he wins. 12 to 1 morning line odds. Ridiculous. Go ahead.
Yeah, so my next one, I've gone for a price here because I think he's going to definitely place. Small Happy. He's got a very, very good draw. Obviously, experienced at Churchill Downs when he won the Kentucky Jockey Club last year. I mean, he hasn't won this year, but he's finished second in 2 very, very high-quality stakes races in the Bluegrass behind Zandon, which was probably Zandon's best ever. I don't think he'll ever top that speed figure ever again. And then obviously second behind Epicenter in the Rising Star. And I think the Rising Star is probably the form line to be following this weekend because I think Epicenter is also a great chance, although not one of my three contenders.
My second contender is Messier. 8 to 1 morning line, the 6 horse. John Velasquez, another former Baffert, going to Tim Yakteen. I think this horse looked at Forbidden Kingdom and buried him and then didn't see Taiba coming. I think this horse can get the distance. 8 to 1 morning line is ridiculous yet again. You're not going to get that post time. That's my second pick if Taiba doesn't show up.
Yeah, my second pick is also Messier. I think Messier, at the value, you can't turn it down at this rate because he could have easily been 3 to 1.
Yeah.
If he would have won at Santorini. Obviously, he won the Robert B. Lewis early in the year. And I think he probably just needed to run in the Santorini. And once again, it was a small field, so things like that happen. I mean, it could be the potential superstar in here.
Yep. And then third, my contender is Epicenter. He's won the last 2. We know we can get the distance. Joel Rosario, Steve Asmussen. I don't think this horse has been asked to run in these last couple races. I think he's just one going away. I think he's got the best form. The post worries me a little bit. Going to be probably around 4 to 1 come post time. That's my exacta box through and through on top of everything.
Yeah, my third one, I'm going to be sticking with the boy Tabario. Obviously, the Florida Derby is a great prep race for Triple Crown winners, especially. So 20 Triple Crown winners in the past, Triple Crown race winners in the past. obviously experience at the course when he was third last year behind Smile Happy. And I just think the draw's perfect for him. And I think he's got a right chance this weekend.
Completely understandable. Underneath, I'm going to go with your White Abario. I do not like your Smile Happy. Let's talk about Zandon, the post-time favorite, who's not the betting favorite anywhere else. I don't think they stand a chance to win, but second or third, fine. You can close in from there. I do like your White Abario. I do like Zozos, the 19 horse at 20-1 underneath, because they've got early speed and they've only lost Epicenter. I also like Charge It, the 8, 20-1, who just finished right behind the White Abario. I think those are the only horses that I'm going to be playing in all my exotics. What about you?
Yeah, I think apart from the other three I've just mentioned, I think Epicenter is the one. I think Epicenter is the quality in this field. Obviously, the second highest speed figure has been recorded by Epicenter when he posted a 102 in the Louisiana Derby. And it's just very hard to pick too many holes, but the fact that he's a favourite in the Kentucky Derby does put me off slightly, and that's why I don't use him in any kind of exotics.
Okay, so who's your top pick? Who's coming out of this champion 3-year-old of Kentucky Derby 148?
I got to go Messier. I think Messier is the best horse in this field. Where you go?
I'm going to go with Taiba, 12-1. But if Messier floats up and is like 10-1, I'm backing up the Brinks truck. I'm unloading. It's going to make no sense if they're hanging around that price. So I'm right there with you.
We could fall out over Taiba come this weekend.
That's very true. You're fading. I'm hammering. It's going to be really interesting.
I think he's one of them though. He's going to make you look silly either way. He could make me look silly by winning, but he could make you look silly by kind of like not even starting. Like he could just kind of freak out.
It could very possibly happen in a field of 20.
Yeah. Anyway, that just about rounds off our preview shows for this week. We hope everybody really enjoys the action at Kentucky, in the Kentucky Derby and obviously the Kentucky Oaks and everything else that is happening over the weekend. Ace, have a great time at Churchill Downs, and thank you very much for joining us. Until next week. See you later.
Like and subscribe.